Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's reading is going to be for Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain. Tomorrow, tomorrow's reading will be on Baby Monster. And, well, Baby Monster, if you're waiting for the Baby Monster reading, I will be doing that first thing in the morning and other readings. But right now, this is a reading for Kurt Cobain. And Kurt Cobain, he's an American musician, alternative musician who died of suicide on April 5th, 1994. There was definitely drug usage on and off the stage. He has a daughter named Frances, and at the time with girlfriend Courtney Love. And before turning on the camera, I did see an interview back in the days, years ago, of Courtney Love saying that, she blamed herself. She blamed herself for his death. I am seeing the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, it can represent omens, like negative omens, bad omens. So, which tells me for a long time you've been seeing these messages, these omens that were prophesizing his death or prophesizing death, meaning he kept seeing these omens over and over. He kept seeing signs of some sort of death, So when you see omens, you definitely, especially when it comes to death, when you see death omens, it's either, somebody around you is going to die, or you're going to die. Alrighty then. That's a good thing I have my cleanse here. Well, I'm going to continue the reading. I'm just going to ignore that. Where was I? Omens about death. Okay, so he kept seeing death around him. He keeps seeing signs about death, and unfortunately, it was him. I'm also seeing the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is, well, in his case, the Knight of Swords is like, always grumpy, easily angered type of card here. He is a Pisces, and Courtney Love is a Sagittarius, and I'm sorry, I don't think Sagittarius and Pisces make a really good couple here. So if Courtney Love feels like she was to blame, that could be true, because Sagittarius tend to be about themselves, do their own thing, care about themselves. And then I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles, which is a celebrity card for me in this deck here. The Three of Pentacles is definitely about not receiving the support he needs from the famous people around him. Could also be talking about Courtney Love. The Three of Swords can also be, a psychotic type of energy. I'm not saying he was psychotic, but it can be, because swords are the mind and your intellect. But the Three of Swords is also really not a good card. It's not a good card to start off with, you know. It wasn't the drugs that killed him. It wasn't. It was mainly the omens. It was mainly not getting the support he needed from his friends, from Courtney Love, and from the famous people around him. What I do want to say, though, is that he doesn't want people to feel sorry for him. You know, don't feel sorry for me. I live my life as a rock star. You know, don't feel sorry for me. He also wants people, his friends and his fans and his family, to know that, to get help. If you're going through anything, he wants you to know that there's help out there and to go get the help, because he didn't. He also wishes that he left something behind for his daughter, like some kind of will. He didn't have a will, and he wishes that. Here we have the entrepreneur card, and I'm going to clarify that. There are also, what's also coming up for me is that there was questioning whether he was a father or not. So I'm guessing that there was a time where he accused her of being unfaithful. Here we have the Queen of Cups, to clarify this entrepreneur card here. The Queen of Cups is a faithful wife, a fiancé, a symbol of romanticism and even sensuality, to clarify this woman and this child. So obviously we do see a woman here with a child, so maybe he's talking about Courtney Love and their daughter. But what is he trying to say? I think he feels bad. I think he feels bad about leaving Courtney and the baby. Let's clarify one more. Yeah, he does. You saw me shuffle. Here's the Lovers. He feels completely bad of leaving those two alone. I actually need to pause the video because I needed that notebook that just fell through. I'll be right back. Okay. So that's probably why he did it, you know. Needed help. Needed help. But during that time, you know, doing drugs and having a lot of friends in the industry, having a lot of friends, period, it was all about a good time, okay? So nobody recognized that there was a problem. And he needed the support, but the support was not there, okay? Or even from Courtney Love. Like I said, she's Sagittarius. They both were doing their own thing when it comes to recreational drugs, and she wasn't there for him when he needed help. But there's also something about an omen, like death, seeing death in signs that somebody was going to pass. That could also be the reason why, he took his own life. Toxic people. The next card, expected blessings. I'll just do 4 cards for now. And then kids and babies. What I see on the table right now is mainly about their daughter. Okay, so let's talk about this card here. And I feel like what this card is saying here is that what lessons that he would like to share with us is to, I guess, pay attention to the people in your circle, recognize when people are not really happy for you, recognize the toxic situations. Let's clarify. The 9 of Pentacles. Recognize toxic people, recognize toxic situations. The 9 of Pentacles is, don't be so tempted. Don't be so tempted, because sometimes the 9 of Pentacles can be looking for a game. But you strike when the time is right. You don't make a move until the time is right, So I think that's what he's trying to say. About these toxic people. Because the 9 of Pentacles is about a woman. Well, you see a woman, obviously. And she is very, very, very hesitant to reach out for some type of gain here. But she's not. She's going to wait for the right time to strike and hit. And he was unable to see these things. So he's saying what lessons he'd like to share with us is know your surroundings, recognize toxic people and toxic situations, recognize when someone is only there for their gain and not caring about who you are and what you're going through. They just want to gain and take, so they're going to hang around and strike when the iron is hot for their gain. He's teaching us this lesson. The next card we have here is expected blessings. So something he wishes he would have paid more attention to while he was alive is the child. The child is a blessing. Let me change the light so you guys can see this card here. He wishes he would have focused more on, I guess, his daughter. At the time, his daughter was very, very young. He wishes he would have paid more attention to the blessings in his life instead of the drugs or instead of listening to the omens. I'm going to clarify this expected blessings card here. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords here is someone who's always in their head, right? Take a look at that picture. This person is always in their head. It's like you're always in your head. But the Four of Swords is also death. In traditional tarot, it's the Four of Swords can represent death. But in this case here, it's like rejuvenation, you know, getting your rest, rejuvenation. So what he wishes he would have paid more attention to while he was alive is very, very simple, you know. Struggling with forces of struggling needed attention. So he wishes that he would have paid more attention to the struggle and got help. He wishes that, because the Four of Swords can be about loneliness as well. So maybe he wishes to, whenever he felt lonely, he should have thought about the child. He should have thought about the blessings, not only the blessings around him, but the blessings to come. So he wasn't focused on all of that, you know. He was having some issues of the mind, because Swords is all about the mind and your intellect and your thoughts. So definitely he wished that he probably would have gotten out of his head, you know, and paid more attention to the blessings that's already given to him and the blessings that will come to him in the future. Now here we have babies. I feel like this is a message that he would like to give his fans and his family. I'm going to clarify the babies. The King of Wands. I guess this is saying put your work down, put the kids first. Put your work down, put your children first. I just saw the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords wanted to come out. The Nine of... You know what? I'm going to take the Nine of Swords. I'm going to look for the Nine of Swords, because it goes very well with the Nine of Cups here. This is what I'm getting. There could have been multiple miscarriages, or maybe just a miscarriage with Courtney Love. There could also be, you know, the Nine of Swords can represent miscarriages, and it can represent abortion. So I don't know. I can't find the Nine of Swords, but that's my disconnection card here. So it could also be a disconnection, also a miscarriage card, also an abortion card here to clarify the babies. He's talking about don't be so disconnected when it comes to your child or your kids. The king of wands here is like, pay attention to your kids, and sometimes you have to put your work down. Sometimes you have to put your work down and focus on the happiness. This is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is all about happiness, right? And also the Nine of Cups is all about, satisfaction guaranteed, you know. So if you have children and you hate your life, you hate your job, just know that you have blessings within your child. And the Nine of Cups here is a satisfaction guaranteed type of thing, that your children brings you happiness, even though you don't feel so good about your own life, even though you don't feel so good about your own career, So this message is to anybody, put your kids first. If you're not happy with your job, at least you can find happiness in your children. He's also talking about, well, possibly miscarriages and abortions. Maybe it's not worth it. He thinks it's not worth it to get rid of your children. So maybe Courtney Love has had miscarriages or an abortion before. I don't know. But this is all about the kid, his child. And I did say before I shuffled, like, he wished he would have left something, a will, for the baby. So what else advice? What else advice does Kurt Cobain want to give his fans, his friends, and his family? Here we have creative building. Let's clarify that card. Oh, I think this is him saying to rock on, to be a rock star. Oh, there we go. Here we have the Justice. So not only am I picking up his advice to his friends and his family, fans, is to be a rock star, rock out, do your thing, don't feel sorry for yourself. Also about respect. The Justice card can be about respect, so respect yourself, respect your art, respect your craft, anything creative that you do now, and whatever you do in the future. Definitely what I'm picking up here. And also to have balance. Balance your work life, balance your home life. Maybe not rush. Don't put your eggs all in one basket when it comes to work and family. So to just balance them out. And that's what I'm seeing here. So this was a requested reading. I hope this answers this person's questions. Good luck to you. God bless. And tomorrow I will be doing Baby Monster.